Pioneer fans, Pioneer men's hockey is live and on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, where it is your Pioneer men's hockey team taking on Father Gabriel Richard. As you've seen Father Gabriel Richard come out a little bit, and they're hanging out over to the right. I haven't seen Pioneer hit the ice as of yet, but hopefully we will see that momentarily. Forgive me again for not being available the game before Thanksgiving, as unfortunately I just came down with a rather horrendous cold, and I'm wearing a mask today just to make sure I don't get anyone sick. So last thing I want to do is pass that along. So thank you very, very much. I was definitely horribly under the weather for that game. Taking a look at Pioneers so far, they are 0-3 on the season. They are a young team. If we compare this team to last season, boy, there were 10 seniors out there. 10 seniors, 3 juniors. There's 13 upperclassmen, only 5 underclassmen, 4 sophomore, and 1 freshman last season. This season, there's 2 seniors and 3 juniors. So 5 upperclassmen this year compared to 10 seniors, 13 upperclassmen last year. So it is a young team. They are growing, and they're going through some growing pains. That's going to happen with the team that is this young. The 2 seniors, Julius Cass, the netminder, as well as Captain Tyler Wilkins, are the 2 lone seniors on the squad. And then your juniors are Sanborn, Friedman, and Sutton. So everybody else, besides Yang coming back, is most everybody else is new to the team. Now, I did not get a chance to talk to Coach before and double check some pronunciations. I will do that, but we were fighting with some broadcasting items there. So if I mispronounce anyone's name, please let me know. Shoot us a email at arborbroadcasting@gmail.com. That's arborbroadcasting@gmail.com. So Pioneer started off with a tight game versus Riverview here. That was back on Wednesday the 16th, as the comparable Jeff Cass had the call on that game and the Huron game, and that was a 4-3 win by Riverview. Riverview, a team that has been getting better and better every season since we started broadcasting. Then they faced Huron, and a little turn of play from what's happened the last few years. Huron beat Pioneer, shutting them out 6-0. That was back on Wednesday, or Friday, excuse me, the 18th. Then on Wednesday, the 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving, and hopefully everyone had a fantastic holiday. Appreciate you tuning in from wherever you are at. That was an 11-0 win by Celine. Celine in control the entire time. So Pioneer now looking to face Father Gabriel Richard. Taking a look at that Celine game. We don't have any stats for Pioneer yet, even including the Riverview game, so I don't have who the goal scorers were. But if we take a look at Celine, goal scorers for Celine in that game, Stancil had 2, Runewicks had 1, Woodrow had 3. He had a hat trick. Updike had a goal. Idapalo had a goal. Granica had a goal, and Antonio Giacalone had a goal, and Trier had a goal for 11 goals. It was Schroeder between the pipes. He faced 10 shots on goal and saved all 10. Taking a look at Pioneer's opponent today. Well, it's not going to be an easy test for this young Pioneer team, as Father Gabriel Richard is 3-0 on the season. They beat Farmington United 9-0. They beat Wyandotte Roosevelt 9-2. That was on November 22nd. Then on Wednesday, the 23rd, they beat Huron 6-1, a team that shut out Pioneer a couple games ago. So it is going to be a tall test for this young Pioneer squad, looking at Father Gabriel Burchard, they have a lot of senior leadership. They have 11 seniors on the squad, even more than Pioneer had last year. 6 juniors for a total of 17 upperclassmen. Just 4 sophomores on the team, so 4 underclassmen. So it is a very experience-laden Father Gabriel Burchard team coming in to the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. They are the hosts for today. If we take a look at the last game, Huron versus Father Gabriel Burchard, one lone tally for Huron. That was Kucharski, who had the goal. The assist was to K-Fish. It was Bowman between the pipes for Huron. He faced 55 shots on goal, saved 49 of them. For the Irish, taking a look, it was a goal by White, a goal by Kosicki, a goal by Kulik, 2 goals by Lipinski, and a goal by Russer. And that made it 6 goals and 9 assists, so 2 assists to Kowalczyk, a assist to Cesarini, 3 assists to Kulik, 2 assists to Lipinski, and 1 to Russer. It was 11 shots on goal that Burke faced. He saved 10 of them in that contest. Taking a look at the top goal scorers for this Irish team with 14 points, Lipinski, the captain, has 8 goals and 6 assists for that 14 points. Kulik has 11, that 5 goals and 6 assists. Dunphy has 5 points, that on 2 goals and 3 assists. Russer has 5 points on 2 goals and 3 assists. And Kosicki has 4 points on 2 goals and 2 assists. Kowalczyk has 4 points on 1 goal, 3 assists. And Eder has 4 points on 2 goals and 2 assists, all 3 of them tied in 5th place for scoring. So big attention needs to be paid to number 18, Lipinski, who has the most goals, 8 of them, and number 12, Kulik, who has 5 goals as well. So very powerful offense. It has been. Kelly's played a game between the pipes, Burke's played a game between the pipes, and Benowitz has played a game between the pipes. They've each won all 3. Kelly faced 24 shots on goal, saved 22 of them, 2 goals against. Burke faced 11 shots on goal, saved 10 of them, and Benowitz faced 9 shots on goal, saved all 9 of them. He has the lone shutout. Father Gabriel Burchard has outscored their opponents 24 goals to 3. On the other side, if you chip in the 34 assists, 1 assist added. On the other side is 58 points for the Irish, and that compared to 4 for the opponents. Penalty minutes, none listed for the Irish, 16 for the opponents. Those don't always end up right in the system, but if true, that would be impressive not to take any penalties the first 3 games of the season. Combine goalkeeper stats as the Irish have a 132 save percentage, 1.12 goals against average with 3 goals against. The opponents have 9 goals against average and an 805 save percentage. So that is your statistics looking at that Father Gabriel Burchard squad. What's coming up next for Pioneer is they will be off the rest of this week, and then on Wednesday the 7th they will be over at Yak Ice Arena to face Roosevelt High School. Then they will be at Riverview. That will be on Friday the 9th. That will be a 2:30 game that should be over at Kennedy Ice Arena, unless Riverview switch where they played. Then on the 10th of December, they will be at Skyline. They'll be over at the Arctic Coliseum over in Chelsea. That is a 7:30 game. Bedford comes into the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. So Pioneer as their next official home game. This is officially an away game. They have their next official home game on the 14th of December, and that's the last game of this calendar year upcoming. We got lots of folks coming in, and it looks to be a good crowd turning out for this game. Let's play a few messages from the MHSA. We will get back going in just a little bit. You are watching Pioneer Men's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
looks like as opposed to game time at 7:30, it's more like they get the ice. The officials are out on the ice. Good crowd coming in. Lots of folks wearing green and lots of Irish fans, some good Pioneer fans coming in as well here as they have 8 minutes up on the clock for the warm-ups. Looks like a good deal of the Irish students are in the end zone to our right. We're all wearing safety vests of different colors, yellow and pink, and highlighter colors there. Here comes Pioneer out onto the ice. Pioneer in their purple jerseys with that black stripe across the middle, numbers in white on the back and on the shoulders, the dark pants and their purple, their dark helmets with the blockades. So Father Gabriel Shard in their white jerseys with the green across the shoulders and stripes on the sleeves, numbers on the back, and the dark pants with stripes down the sides. As we're getting ready to go, they will have a 8-minute warm-up period here as we already went through a bit of the pregame. Pioneer 0-3 on the season. Father Gabriel Richard, the Irish, are 3-0. So Pioneer, a little work to do. Try and come out with a win. Pioneer, a very young team. Father Gabriel Richard, a team that has a lot of seniors, even more than Pioneer did last year. 11 seniors on the squad. So it is an experience-laden team that Pioneer has to face, and I'll have to try and find a way to get past the Irish. Well, we'll go back and let's play a little bit more of the MHSAA messages, and we will be right back with your opening puck tip. You're watching Pioneer Men's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As the incomparable Jeff Cass just came in the building, we greatly appreciate all of his amazing work helping us broadcast when we can't be there, and more. A fantastic teacher at Pioneer as well. As we are about to get going, folks just on the way, we'll play one more instance of Push On, and we'll be right back. Well, I just thought someone was there to talk to me for a second. But folks just coming in. So 17 minutes up on the clock. See if we can get a little bit of rink noise without that buzz. As again, Pioneer in their purple jerseys, purple sweaters with the block A's on the front, Pioneer block lettering across the bottom, black stripe across the middle. Father Gabriel Richard, Green Hills in a combined team. They have their white jerseys with the green accents. As the Irish get everything cleaned up here. Sounds like it may well be Houston going for Pioneer between the pipes. Freshman goaltender, it's been Julius Cass the last couple games. And now, introducing the starting lineups. Wilkins heads out, the captain, out onto the ice. As heading out sounds like a Komutin out. Coming out on the other side is Sutton. On the defensive side, Miller coming out. As well as Sanborn. And Houston between the pipes for Pioneer. Head coach Drew Collins for Pioneer, Harrison Neiman, assistant coach Jeff Pischke, and manager is Steve Armstrong. Levinsky skating out for Father Gabriel Richard. Dunphy skating out to the blue line for Father Gabriel Richard. Also coming out is Kulik. On the defensive side is Husick, as well as Sherbeck. And between the pipes, it is Benowitz. Just can't catch the coach's name, didn't have it on the Michigan High School Hockey up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Honor America. Playing of the national anthem. As we are getting ready to go here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube for a renewal of Pioneer versus Father Gabriel Richard, the Pioneers versus the Irish. It's both teams getting their equipment on. And the milk crate with the pucks that they get off the ice there. And big Irish crowd today as they have lots and lots of students across the way. Pioneer, there's a couple students to the left, but a big full Irish crowd. Right back behind the goal that they defend for 2 periods. Pioneer going from left to right here in this, the first period. 17 minutes up on the clock. They're getting ready for action. Wilkins in to take the face off. Lipinski on the other side. As we are underway, the puck back to the Irish blue line. That picked up there. Sent across the ice, gathered in and sent ahead by the Irish. Bringing it down into the Pioneer zone. That grab by Miller. Miller knocks it off the near boards. Picked up by Sherbeck. Sherbeck sends it along the near boards. Trying to get that over to Dumpy. Dumped into the near corner. Sanborn has it there. Sanborn trying to tip it away. Over to Sutton. Sutton brings it out. Pioneer over their own blue line coming down the ice. Now Pioneer gains his own. Wilkins has it on the far circle into the far corner. Wilkins outside the far circle, back to the far point. Held in there by Miller. Pioneer has it on the far circle, trying to get to it with Sutton. Knocked away and rolls out. Coming down the other direction, here comes the Irish. Lipinski comes high slot, top of the near circle. Lipinski feeds it over on the far side, and they score. As it was a shot from the near side, moved over to the far side and put in. I believe Kulik got that one. So Kulik that at 16:01 or 16:09 and 51 seconds in. It is the Irish up 1-0 on Pioneer. As Holt takes the face-off, Irish gather it in, coming down the near boards. That fired in deep, trying to pull it away as White put it back in behind. Pull back over and along the far boards. Father Gabriel has it. Pioneer gets it all the way back out to center. And pulled away, dumped right back to the Pioneer blue line by Cesarini. Pulled in by Russo. That put right back behind Pioneer's goal. Rez has it in along the far boards, held in at the far point. Lipinski got the assist. Kulik with the goal. As the Irish up 1-0. Hold it in at the far point. Shot saved by Houston. That puck off on the near side. Bringing it up. Here comes Pioneer over center ice. That's dumped deep as Armstrong goes for a line change. As well as Ward. That pulled back behind as the Irish fire it ahead. Amos gets it into the neutral zone. That moved over to Miller down the near boards. Miller fires it ahead and into the Irish zone. Cesarini has it back behind his own goal outside the far circle. At held, Pioneer has it, high slot, drop pass, shot for Miller, that deflected out in front. White puts it in along the far boards, that slips all the way back, Miller chasing it. The Irish have numbers, 2-on-1, firing it out in front, sticked into the near corner by Houston, excellent job. That puck fired in as Palmer sends it for a ride around the boards. Husak has it into the far corner. Pioneer trying to pull that away. The puck into the near corner it goes. As a trio of our quartet of players trying to get that. Coming away with it. The puck back to the near point. Shot there by Palmer as that was knocked down. Good job by Sutton. The puck back behind. Swept in along the near boards by Miller. Here comes Pioneer over their own blue line. Coming ahead with it is Wilkins. Wilkins gains his own. Wilkins in the slot. That poked away. Good job by Sutton to hold it in. As that puck in along the far boards. Here comes the Irish the other direction. Wilkins trying to get back. That's sent in along the near boards. Rez chases it into the near corner. As Mazzotti had it. Shot and a save by Houston. 13:54 left to go here in this. The first period, 1-0. The Irish with the lead on Pioneer. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Trying to pull it away. Mazzotti had it. Pioneer digs in along the near boards. That pulled away by Mazzotti. Puts it right back behind the Pioneer goal. Sent in along the far boards. Here comes Pioneer. Down the neutral zone. Coming down the far boards. There's a shot. And it just picked in along the far boards. Here on the counterattack. Mazzotti fires it deep before he goes for a line change. The Irish put it right back behind Houston. Armstrong with it in the near corner, trying to knock it away from Husak. Lipinski has the puck outside the far circle. Lipinski, high slot coming over, top of the near circle. Lipinski with the shot. Blocker saved by Houston. That comes back to the far point. That knocked down out in front. That puck held in by Scherbeck. Tipped out in front. Good job as Friedman knocks it in along the far boards. That puck loose on the far circle. Now high slot moving over, top of the near circle is Kulik. Kulik with the shot. He has a lone goal for the game. 12:54 left to go here in the first. As that puck right into the slot. Good job to knock it away by the Pioneer defense as Ward got his stick in that slot, tried to poke it back. Father Gabriel has it right back behind the Irish on the far circle coming in. Lipinski with the shot, and that goes in 2-0. Irish with the lead as Lipinski got it. I don't know if it was tipped out in front. Doesn't look like it, as that just caught the inner corner of the near post. That was at 12:37. As the Irish go up 2-0 on Pioneer. Kosicki in to take the face-off versus Wilkins. The official comes over to, there's just a object on the ice that they're trying to grab. Lipinski does indeed get the credit for the goal unassisted, as Wilkins chases it as Reeser sends it right back behind the Pioneer goal into the near corner. Trying to pull that away. Wilkins trying to dig it off of the end boards. That puck loose. Comes back to the near point. Shot there and a glove save by Houston as Sherbeck had it from the top of the near circle. 12-19 left to go here in the first. 2-0. Irish with the lead. Pioneer is looking to make something positive happen. Face-off, Wilkins in the near face-off circle. That comes back to the near point. Sherbeck fires it in along the end boards, chasing it Hudson now. Sanborn trying to pick it up. Back behind as Kowalczyk had it. That knocked away. Sent down the far boards, chasing it. Rooster has it back over to Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk back to the far point. Now over to the near point to Sherbeck. Trying to pull it away is Sutton. Sutton loose on the near circle. Wilkins trying to get to it. That shot went high into the far corner. Kowalczyk had it there. Now here comes Pioneer as they get ahead over their own blue line. Sutton has the puck poked away, but here comes Comutin into the near corner. Comutin takes a big, heavy hit. That puck in along the near boards, bringing it back the other way is Kosicki. Kosicki outside the near circle of the Pioneer zone. That puck in along the M boards. Now that fired, bouncing puck outside the near circle. That gathered in there by Palmer. Palmer says it high, slot for Cesarini. That got knocked down. The puck comes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Rez has it there. Rez trying to fire it ahead, held in at the near point by Palmer. He puts it into the far corner. Armstrong trying to get it on the zone. Puck wouldn't settle down for him. Now that's loose. Here comes Pioneer ahead with it is Miller. Miller over center ice. Miller gets it into the Irish zone and trying to get it out, but that held in at the near point by Armstrong. All the way back behind. Cesarini has it. Cesarini knocks it off the near boards. Big hit back there by Pioneer. Pioneer gathers it. Armstrong has it at his own blue line. Armstrong comes down the far boards. Armstrong dumps it into the Irish zone, and Ward has it into the near corner. He takes a heavy hit. That's going to be a penalty. As trying to get a number on the Irish player, that is going to be Palmer, who goes into the box. So Pioneer will have their first power play of the game as Palmer goes into the box. I believe that is going to end up being a roughing call at 10:34. Pioneer and take the face-off, make something happen on this power play as Sutton has it. High slot shot. That one just goes wide. Benowitz steers it into the far corner. The Irish trying to bring ahead, make some hay, short-handed as Lipinski comes in. Good job by Sanborn to drive him wide with help from Wilkins. That puck coming ahead in along the neutral zone. Here comes Pioneer. Sutton has it over to Sanborn. Sanborn dumps it back deep into the Irish zone. Benowitz stops it right back behind his goal. That rimmed around. Sutton trying to grab it. Now Rez trying to pull it away. Lipinski has it in the neutral zone but knocked away. Here comes Pioneer. Couldn't tell exactly what the penalty was, but 1 minute, 15 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. As that puck moved ahead, Kulik has it right at center ice. Kulik brings it into the Pioneer zone. Sanborn trying to drive him wide. That puck right back behind the Pioneer goal. Now White has it outside the far circle. That comes right through the crease into the near corner. The Irish control as Kulik has it high slot. Couldn't get everything on that shot. Here comes Wilkins back. Wilkins coming ahead with it over to Comutin. Comutin on the far circle. Spinning, gets it over to Sutton. Sutton with the shot. Oh, good chance by Pioneer That puck coming in along the near boards. Here comes Lipinski with the counterattack the other way. Lipinski on the near circle, driven wide. Good job by Miller. That pulled back. Here comes Pioneer with it as the puck right back behind their own goal. Sutton has it. Sutton trying to set up. Pioneer has 25 seconds left to go in the advantage. Here comes the puck. Friedman has it. Friedman gains his own. Friedman in along the near boards. Drop pass. That swept back into the neutral zone all the way back into the Pioneer end. 12 seconds left to go on the Pioneer power play. 8:41 left to go here in the first period, and that is going to be offsides. 3 seconds until the Pioneer penalty expires, but that stops the Irish attack and drives them outside of the Pioneer zone. 8:37 left to go here in the first. 2-0. Irish with the lead. Pioneer looking for and get their offense going. As Holt in to take the face-off versus Kosicki. That puck into the far corner. Sanborn has it there. Sanborn into the far corner. Trying to pull that out. Battling a pair of Irish players. Holt comes in now. Armstrong coming down the far boards. Armstrong trying to get it out of the zone. That held in by Russer. Pulled away by Kosicki. Kosicki into the far corner. Trying to send it out. Pioneer trying to control back behind their own goal. Loose on the far side of the net. Now that comes again in along the M boards. Miller trying to knock that away as Kowalczyk puts it right back behind the Pioneer goal. Now into the near corner. Pioneer brings it ahead. Held in by Palmer. As that puck outside the far circle. The Irish move it back into the far corner. Russer with it there. Sends it right back behind the Pioneer goal into the near corner. Trying to pull that away. Kowalczyk gets it back to Russer right out in front as Houston does a great job to cover it up. As that puck was right out on the edge of the crease and point blank opportunity. And Houston did a good job to cover that up. 7:39 left to go here in the first period. 6 shots on goal by the Irish, 1 by Pioneer. 2-0, the Irish have the lead. Face-off is going to be to Houston's right in this near face-off circle. Lipinski in to take the face-off versus Wilkins. Both captains wearing 18 for both teams. And puck brought away. Here comes Lipinski in, and he scores as he took it and did a fake to the near side. And Houston had no choice but to follow the fake and then able to backhand it in. Lipinski with his second goal of the game. That at 7:33. And the Irish have a 3-0 lead now on your Pioneer team. Wilkins again versus Lipinski at center ice. Wilkins brings it ahead into the ice. That backhanded down the near boards. Brought in by Lipinski. Knocked away. Rez trying to get it in along the far boards. Rez pokes that away. Now Lipinski with the shot and a save by Houston. 7:18 left to go here in this. Or no, did that end up going in? That went in. My bad. As the horn sounds, and I thought able to get that, but looks like Lipinski might have another one, 4-0. Lipinski first way through, we'll see. As that was at 7:18. See exactly who did that, but face off right at center ice. Bringing ahead, Pioneer as Wilkins fires it down. Cometon trying to get to it and pulled back, gathered in as the Irish send it in along the near boards. Mazzotti feeds it ahead, now coming in. Scherbeck fires it deep. Rez trying to knock it away. Good job by Houston, still poking away at it. Pile up out in front. Excuse me, that was Kulik with the second goal. So Kulik with 2 and Lipinski with 2 for the Irish. They have a 4-0 lead on Pioneers. 6:50 left to go here in the first. Again, this is a young Pioneer team, and they're battling a very, very senior-laden Irish team is a shot. Good save by Houston. That comes in along the near boards. That slips back into the neutral zone. Loose coming down the far boards and fired in. Pioneer trying to grab it loose in the slot. Pulling away at it was Amos. Still loose, and it's sent out. As that was an excellent job by Ward to get it out of the zone. Fired right back in. Sanborn picks it up back behind his own goal. Sanborn moves it in along the near boards. That back into the neutral zone. Trying to bring it ahead is Ward. Battling, pulling it in is Holt. Holt outside the near circle of the Irish zone. That rims all the way around the boards. As trying to get it is Ward loose, top of the near circle. The Irish pull it away. Heading down is Cesarini. Cesarini gains the Pioneer zone. Cesarini drops it onto the far circle, loose in the slot, covered up. Good job by Houston. 5:57 left to go here in the first. 4-0, Irish with the lead on Pioneer. So Team Pioneer also traditionally sees for the Gillick tournament after the first of the year. So get to see the Irish again. That tipped over top of the near circle. Palmer with the shot. Over top of the far circle with the shot. Houston with the save. And sent back by Russer. On the far circle, shot by Kosecki. Save by Houston. 5:44 left to go here in the first. 4-0. Irish with the lead. Pioneer to take the face-off is commuting in to take the face-off. Kosecki had it. That knocked away into the far corner. Trying to pull it back over was Kowalczyk. That knocked away. Good job by Houston as the puck in along the M boards. Trying to pull that back with Sanborn. That rimmed all the way around. Wilkins gets it out into the neutral zone. The Irish chase it back into their own zone. Sutton back there trying to cause problems for the Irish. Sutton chases it into the near corner, trying to get it away from Kowalczyk. That comes around the far boards. Here comes the Irish, knocked away. And that picked up. Here comes Palmer over his own blue line. Sutton threatened pressure. That comes down and bringing it in. Dunphy, top of the far circle. Dunphy loses the handle over to Palmer outside the near circle. That shot goes all the way back to the far point. Lipinski holds it in there. Tipped away. Great job. Commuting to try and get it out, but would not oblige. Sanborn has it. Dumps it ahead. Here comes Pioneer with it. Over their own blue line as Wilkins goes down. And pulled ahead. Knocked away, but a whistle, and that will be a penalty. Pioneer will be on the power play. Tripping penalty coming up. That to Lipinski, so the captain goes out for tripping. That at 4:39, Pioneer gets the man advantage again for the next 2 minutes. 13 shots on goal by the Irish, 2 by Pioneer. As Holt trying to get the face off, and that comes all the way back down. Breakaway coming in, stop shot, and a goal by Kulik. That will be a hat trick for Kulik, as the puck just got past the Pioneer defense, and nothing Houston could do about that one. One-on-one, you see one of the assistant captains coming ahead, full steam action. That has got to be a lonely feeling for a goalkeeper. Shorthanded goal for the Irish, and at 4:30, they have the 5-0 lead on Pioneer. Loose, Dunphy with the shot. Good save there by Houston. Chase impact behind. Miller trying to pull it away. Irish still with it. Armstrong trying to get to it. That back to the far point. Fired back deep. Now Dunphy chases it into the near corner. Dunphy outside the near circle. Trying to knock it away. That spun around. Ward had it for a moment. Holding in his white. Takes a shot. That goes back. Ress has it back behind. Moving it in along the near boards. Ress trying to get it out of the zone. White holds it in. Feeds it all the way around the boards. Armstrong picks it up outside the far circle. Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong over his own blue line, coming ahead for Pioneer. Armstrong down the near boards of the neutral zone. Gets it into the Irish zone. And back into the far corner where Cesarini has it. Miller pokes it away to try and hold it in. That comes back into the neutral zone. Wilkins has it, waits for Pioneer to get back onside. Wilkins now in the high slot, trying to dump it into the near corner. Holt chases it there. Holt sends it back to the near point. Miller trying to get to it. That pulled away. Here comes the Irish as Russer gets it back. High slot coming in. Shot and a good save by Houston. 3:16 left to go here in this, the first period. 5-0. Irish with the lead on Pioneer. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That will be to the left of Houston. That's commuting in to take the face-off. That puck in along the far boards. Picked up back behind. Now brought ahead. Here comes Pioneer down the near boards. Wilkins has it over his own blue line. Wilkins heads over center ice, dumps it down the far boards. That into the far corner of the Irish zone. Chasing is Sherbeck, pulled away by Pioneer into the near corner. Wilkins has it. Wilkins rims it around the board. Sanborn chasing it. And lifted ahead, held in, but slips past. Good job by Miller to try and hold it in. Here comes the Irish outside the far circle. With it, Kowalczyk puts it into the near corner. That coming up. Pioneer gathers it away as Naughton had it. Sutton now in his own zone, trying to avoid Lipinski. That brought ahead. Here comes Sutton. Sutton down the near boards. Avoids some pressure by Naughton. Sutton has it. That's going to be steered in along the end boards by Benowitz. Picked up by Sherbeck. Sherbeck brings it down the far board. Sherbeck over his own blue line. Sherbeck over center ice. Gets it into the Pioneer zone. Pulled away by Friedman. Now sent ahead Pioneer. Has it loose. Sutton trying to get it pulled in by Naughton. Naughton fires it. That goes wide into the near corner. Pulled back. The Irish have it. Back to Palmer at the near point. Good job to knock it away by Wilkins. Wilkins comes over his own blue line. Wilkins heads down the ice, gains the zone, shot, and a save by Benowitz. 1 minute, 50 seconds left to go here in the first. 5-0. Irish with the lead. Face-off is going to be to Benowitz's right in that far face-off circle. Holton to take the face-off, that into the far corner. Cesarini feeds it ahead. Now, good job to poke it, to keep it in. Amos has it, bringing it ahead. That grab. Miller has it down the far boards. He's the one who poked it to hold it in. He gets wiped out, loses his stick, comes back to get it. Here comes the Irish. Irish gains the zone. Good job again by Miller to poke check that away. Puck in along the far boards, now back into the neutral zone. Coming ahead with it, here comes Pioneer. Ress has it into the far corner. Ress collision with Husek as Holt has it into the far corner. And pulled away. 1 minute, 9 seconds left to go here in the first period. 5-0 as the Irish have the lead. That puck brought ahead into the neutral zone, intercepted, fired right back in by Miller as Pioneer gets a good line change. 52 seconds left to go. The Irish begin their attack, coming down the far boards. Now down the near boards, Sanborn feeds ahead to Sutton. Sutton over to Commuton, that brought ahead. Here comes Sherbeck. Sherbeck has that poked away. Good job by Sanborn. And along the far boards, that's sent over to Wilkins. Wilkins gets it ahead as that slides down. Fired in along the near boards, bringing ahead is Naughton. Naughton gets it over to Mazzotti. Wilkins whips that around. 22 seconds left to go here in the first period. 5-0. Irish with the lead. Pioneer. Sanborn has it in along the near boards. Ahead to Sutton. Sutton trying to sweep it ahead. That comes back into the neutral zone. White with it there for the Irish. White comes in. Shot. That one goes wide. In along the near boards. Pioneer trying to get it out of the zone. That held in by Mazzotti. Now coming in. That will do it for the first period. So at the end of one, the Irish find themselves in a commanding 5-0 lead. Pioneer just trying to make some good things happen, build that chemistry, build that team as they're a young team. And they will continue to grow this entire season, as it was a goal at 16:09, as that was a goal by Lipinski. Then it was that was Kulik, assisted by Lipinski. Then at 12:37, it was Lipinski with the goal. Then there was a roughing penalty, that to the Irish at 10:34 as Palmer went off for roughing. Then Lipinski got his second goal at 7:32. Then Kulik got his second goal at 7:22. There was a tripping call to Lipinski at 4:39. Then Kulik able to get the hat trick as he was able to take that short-handed and go into the Pioneer zone in just a breakaway. Nothing the Houston could do about that one, and it ended up going in. Well, let's play a few messages from the MHSAA, and we will be back. See if we can pick up some scoreboard report, and be right back with your second period puck drop. You're watching Michigan. Michigan women's hockey will be this weekend. You're watching Pioneer Men's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Going to stop that just a little bit early just so finally got the scoreboard to pull up, and so we'll do a couple scores from back on Saturday here, as it was Kingsford being Walled Lake Northern by a score of 3-2. Detroit Country Day beat Transpo Kingswood by a score of 8-1. It was Marysville beating Anchor Bay 4-1. East Kentwood with a 8-3 score and win over Lakeshore. It was Brighton 7 and Mona Shores 6. Utica Eisenhower beat Utica 4 by a score of 5-4. It was Clarkston beating Salem 8-2. Chippewa Valley United shut out Plymouth by a score of 1-0. It was Port Huron Northern shutting out Port Huron 9-0. Jensen beat Romeo by a score of 4-1. It was Heartland beating Gabriel Richard Riverview by a score of 4-1. St. Ignace beat Orchard Lake St. Mary 3-0. Jackson beat Reese Buffer by a score of 5-0. It was Gibraltar Carlson shutting out Allen Park by a score of 1-0. Northville beat Traverse City West by a goal by a score of 3-2. It was Divine Child beating Kalamazoo United 8-2. Other scores reported on Saturday. Eastside beat Fenton Linden by a score of 4-1. It was Alpena over Sault Ste. Marie 4-3. Manistee beat Lenawee, shut them out 4-0. It was Byron Center 3 and Forest Hills Northeastern 1. East Grand Rapids ended up tying Traverse City Central by a score of 2, and it was the Bay Reps 10 and Wyandotte Roosevelt 1. As we just had Horn there, as don't have a countdown. They have 17 minutes up on the clock here. And if you want to reach out to the broadcast, like I said, I didn't get a chance to find Coach before the broadcast and double check some pronunciation. So if I am mispronouncing, please send us a message, arborbroadcasting@gmail.com. That's arborbroadcasting@gmail.com. If you are a Pioneer student and you would like to get a chance to see what goes into making a broadcast happen, we are looking for student volunteers to help us run the camera, help do statistics, and more. If you go to the Arbor Broadcasting site and click on Student Volunteers at the top, you can learn more as well as email us. And we would love to have some students help us out and get a chance to see what it's all about to do a broadcast and see if they want to try and do that. There are opportunities at the next level in college and more. I know Eastern Michigan does some fantastic broadcasts with ESPN Plus. Again, that's arborbroadcasting.com, and if you go to the top, you just click on Student Volunteers. 17 minutes up on the clock. Both teams out. Pioneer now going right to left here in the second period. The Irish up 5-0 on Pioneer. Pioneer looking, try and crack this Irish defense and just make something good happen, get a goal, and see what happens. Face off right at center ice as Wilkins. That back, Pioneer wins the draw. That over and along the far boards. Kowalczyk sends it ahead now. Husick gets it over to Risser outside the far circle. That's sent in along the boards. Held in by Sherbeck. Sherbeck into the far corner. And pulled back over by Kosecki. Now Pioneer has it in the near corner. Trying to feed it ahead. That puck loose. Sanborn chases it right back. That fired out in front. Grabbed, fired by Husick. High puck bounces over to the far side. Loose in the slot. As that comes off outside the far circle. Good job by the Pioneer defense in Houston to keep that out of the net. That goes up into the netting. Out of play. 16:21 left to go here in the second period. 5-0 is the lead by the Irish. Next game for Pioneer is going to be at Yak Ice Arena on Wednesday the 7th. We will have a couple Pioneer women's hockey games coming up this week, one on Wednesday. Puck loose on the far circle. That's sent back into the near corner of the Pioneer zone. Kulik, who has a hat trick trying to get it, that's sent back into the neutral zone. Pulled back by Lipinski. Lipinski has it at center ice. Lipinski pulling it ahead. Lipinski on the near circle. Now spinning back to the near point. Lipinski fires it back to the near circle. That controlled coming over Kulik. Kulik high slot with the shot, and he puts it in. Kulik with his fourth goal of the game has put it in from just above, right about the tops of the circles, fired it in. And I do believe that was screened. I don't think Houston could see that coming in. At 15:51, 6-0. Irish with the lead. Face off right at center ice. As that's sent in along the far boards. Trying to pull it back is Palmer. Palmer has it underneath the near circle. As that pull back coming ahead. The other direction is Nelson. Nelson has it tipped away. Nelson feeds it ahead to Amos. Amos brings it into the Pioneer zone. Top of the near circle. Shot there. Got deflected by Rez. Coming in along the far boards. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins gets it ahead. Pioneer gains the zone. That puck tipped right back into the neutral zone. Pioneer gathers it in. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins on the near circle with the shot. Benowitz with the save. Good opportunity for Pioneer, though, trying to sneak one past the Irish goalkeeper. 6-0, Irish with the lead. 15-16 left to go here in the second. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That to Benowitz's right. As that puck into the slot now moved in along the near boards. Bringing it is Stevens. Stevens fires it across. That deflected off of escape. Miller chases it into the far corner. Miller going to pull that away. Now here comes Ward. Ward gets it over to Armstrong. Armstrong goes from the near side to the far side, back behind his own goal. Armstrong feeds it ahead. Here comes Ward. Ward fires it all the way down. That will be icing. That'll head back into the Pioneer zone. Just fired the wrong side of center ice. So that'll come back into the Pioneer zone in the far face-off circle at the Houston's right. Naughton in to take the face-off. Holt on the other side for Pioneer. That puck in along the far boards as Mazzotti sends it. That shot, that hit a post. That comes in along the near boards. Cesarini has it back into the neutral zone. Moves it in along the far boards. Coming in, there's a shot and a save by Houston. 20 shots on goal by the Irish, 5 for Pioneer. 14:37 left to go here in the second. 6-0 is the Irish lead. Face-off is in the far face-off circle. That's to Houston's right. As Wilkins taking the face-off, that back to the far point. Grab there, trying to fire it ahead. Pioneer trying to get it out of the zone. That slips all the way back. White chases it back into his own end on the Irish side of things. Sutton providing pressure as White brings it along the near boards over his own neutral, over his own blue line. White through the neutral zone. Now on the far circle. White coming all the way in, fires and scores. Taking it from goal line to goal line, able to just slip it inside of that far post. As White unassisted, that at 14-13, and just, it looked like he was going to go back behind. And he did a really nice fake there and be able to come in and just dump it just inside of that far post. 7-0. The lead by the Irish. Face off right at center ice. That brought ahead as Nelson won it back. And sent back on the far circle, controlling it. That fired out in front by Emmett. And it's sent around by Clemutin. Trying to pull it away. That puck into the far corner. Rez sends it along. There's a shot from the top of the far circle, covered up by Houston. 13:53 left to go here in the second. 7-0. Irish with the lead. Face off in the Pioneer zone in the far face off circle. As Nelson in to take the face off, on the other side is Holt. That puck into the near corner. Bringing ahead, Pioneer ahead to Armstrong. That tipped away as Emmett had it. Now that slips back into the neutral zone. Picking it up back there is Palmer. Palmer brings it over his own blue line, feeds it down along the near side to Amos. Amos trying to get the puck out from his legs. And in along the near boards as it got stuck in the skates. Nelson puts it into the near corner. Cesarini has it there. That poked away by Pioneer. Coming back out in front. Shot and a save by Houston. That comes back in along the near boards. Fires it. That goes all the way down the ice. That'll be icing. And head back into the Pioneer zone. $13-14 left to go here in the second period. 7-0, Irish with the lead. Face off in the Pioneer zone. Naughton in to take the face off. White moves it top of the far circle. That shot into the far corner. Stevens has it there, trying to knock it away as Miller. As that puck slips back into the neutral zone. All the way back, then stopped, picked up back there by Sherbeck. Sherbeck knocks off the near boards ahead to Stevenson. Stevenson. Here comes Naughton. Naughton coming down the far boards over center ice. Naughton Shifts high slot, now offsides the call. 12:46 left to go here in the second. 7-0, Irish with the lead. Face-off comes outside the Pioneer zone. It's going to be in the far face-off circle. Wilkins versus Lipinski. That comes ahead. Wilkins is checked off the puck, but trying to get it back. He's ridden off the puck. Palmer chasing it back behind his own goal. That rimmed all the way around. Sanborn trying to get to it. There's a whistle and an interference call coming up at 12:33. As Kulik goes off. He has 4 goals on the game, so Pioneer will not be sad to see him sitting in the box for 2 minutes. 12:33 left to go here in the second. As that comes all the way back, driven down into the Pioneer zone, cleared there. Comes right back behind Houston. Sanborn picks it up there. Sanborn coming in along the near board. Sanborn feeds it ahead. Right at their own blue line, ahead to Sutton. Sutton has that poked away. The Irish control is Lipinski. Coming in along the far boards, Lipinski has that knocked away as it goes right back behind Benowitz. Now coming up the near boards. The Irish cleared all the way down the ice. 1 minute, 28 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. Russ has it there. Russ coming up the far boards. Russ moves it in along the near boards. Here comes Pioneer. Drop pass over to Wilkins. Wilkins goes over center ice. Wilkins gains his own. Wilkins outside the far circle into the far corner. Wilkins has that poked away into the near corner. Sanborn trying to stop it outside the near circle. Sanborn trying to get it over to Sutton. Sutton trying to pull that away. Sanborn, pass went all the way into the far corner. Comutin puts it right back behind. Now Sutton gets it back to the blue line. Ress outside the far circle, back to Ress, holding it in at the far point. Ress coming in and pulled into the far corner. Now trying to come away with it. Wilkins, one-timer by West. That goes just wide. All the way back. Good opportunity for Pioneer. 35 seconds left to go here in the man advantage. 11:05 left to go here in the second. 23 shots on goal by the Irish. 5 by Pioneer. Drop pass for Pioneer. As they pick it up, Miller has it in along the near boards. Ahead to Wilkins. Wilkins right at center ice. Wilkins gains his own. High slot. Wilkins on the far circle. Wilkins. Drop pass. Oh, that grabbed away by the Irish. Heading up the other direction is Lipinski. Lipinski gains his own. Lipinski on the near circle. Lipinski trying to feed it out in front. That pulled away. Good job by Pioneer. Coming ahead with it, Sutton. Sutton gets it over and along the near boards. As here comes Holt. Holt takes a really heavy check. And puck trying to put it out in front was Friedman. And puck in along the boards and cleared all the way down. Irish back to full strength now. 10 minutes, 21 seconds left to go here in the second. 7-0. Coming in with it. Rooster with the shot. Knocked away. Good job by the Pioneer defense. Friedman trying to pull that off of the end boards in there, battling Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk has it onto the far circle. Kosicki with the shot from there. That comes all the way around the boards. Trying to avoid a big hit. Sherbeck trying to deliver. Armstrong trying to peel that away. Now that comes back. Ward feeds it outside the near circle. Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong over his own blue line. Armstrong down the near boards, trying to get it into his own. Armstrong on the near circle has that poked away and pulled back by the Irish. Ward delivers a heavy blow, and coming up the other way is Kosicki. Kosicki into the high slot. Shot! Save! That puck comes into the near corner. Ward looking to grab it, fire it ahead. Now that puck intercepted on the near circle, fired over. One-timer, diving, knocking it away. That puck loose outside the near circle, trying to fire it out. There's a shot from the far circle, knocked away again by Houston. Picked up back behind by Kowalczyk. Sent back, high slot. There's another shot by Houston this time. Good job by Houston. White coming over with a shot, another stick save. That puck, the Irish are buzzing now as they want that next goal. Coming in with it is Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk goes down as that's going to be a tripping penalty coming up the Pioneer. and that will be the whistle as Rest went to get the puck, got a foot instead, and Pioneer will be shorthanded. That at 8:47. Face-off comes down into the Pioneer zone. This is the Irish's first power play of the game. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Wilkins in to take the face-off. Wilkins, Sutton, Miller, and Friedman out there. That puck knocked down. There's a shot that went off of Sutton's skate. Kulik has it at the far point. Kulik coming, high slot, drop pass over to Lipinski. Lipinski has it knocked away by Sutton. Sutton has it, or Lipinski has it outside the far circle. Now coming onto the near circle. With it is Dumpy, top of the near circle. And all the way over, Kulik has it on the far circle. Kulik goes back to the blue line. Kulik feeds it onto the near circle, coming in. Dumpy over, as that was a centering pass that just wouldn't settle down for the Irish. Now Lipinski again, high slot, comes over, top of the far circle. Lipinski drifts back to the blue line. Moves it over top of the near circle for Dumpy. Back to Lipinski. Now on the far circle, there's a shot that goes off the side of the net. Pulling it back over, the Irish controlling as Kulik drop pass over. Top of the near circle, now into the near circle. Lipinski with a shot, that loose, trying to sweep it away into the far corner. 56 seconds left to go on the Irish power play. That just goes wide to the far side. Lipinski has it in the far circle as Wilkins trying to make it difficult for him. That back to Kulik at the far point. Wilkins comes out to pressure him. Lipinski on the far circle. Over to the near circle. Shot, good save. That puck loose. Again, another shot. Traffic out in front. That knocked down. Lipinski with the wraparound attempt, and he scores. Lipinski gets his hat trick as well. That makes it 8-0. As good defending by Pioneer on a onslaught by the Irish, but just persistent pressure by the Irish, and everything was coming to the near side, and Lipinski just takes it and quickly gets over to the far side, back behind the net, and is able to stuff it in just inside of that far post. Face off at center ice. That comes back over, trying to pull it back. That fired ahead. Loose. Pioneer has it in along the far boards, back into the neutral zone. They have to touch up, that brought in and offsides. As it is now a running clock situation because it is an 8-goal difference. And if Pioneer does not stop the 8-goal difference, if at any point in the third it's an 8-goal differential, it is the game over. So Pioneer looking to get a goal to try and avoid that. Get an extra period to play. That puck into the near corner. That's going to be icing and come right back into the Pioneer zone. Clock counting down, 6:30 and counting here in the second. 4 goals by Kulik. 3 goals by Lipinski. And a goal by White is your scoring for the Irish. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Again, clock continuing to count due to the 8-goal differential. And brought ahead. Here comes Pioneer over their own blue line. The puck brought in along the near boards. Chasing it, Wilkins. Cesarini has it in the near corner. And pulled ahead as here comes Nelson over center ice for the Irish. Nelson has it on the far circle. Nelson. Backhand just missed the near post. Cesarini trying to hold it in and pinch at the near point. He's able to pinch and shoot. Knocked down by Houston. Good job. Sanborn moves it back behind and along the far boards. White puts it right back behind the Pioneer goal. And along the near boards it goes. Holding it in is Cesarini. Cesarini moves it back to the far point. White with the shot. That goes into the near corner. 5 minutes, 27 seconds left to go. In the second, 8-0. Pioneer down to the Irish as Hudson trying to pull it away. That puck into the near corner. Gathering it in there. Pioneer fires it all the way down the ice. that will be icing, but in high school they still get a chance to change lines. If you watch college hockey or professional hockey, if you ice the puck, you have to keep the same 5 players out there. In high school, you can ice the puck. It comes right back into your own zone. But you at least get a line change, which can be really helpful when you've been out there trying to face this barrage of an Irish attack for a long time. That puck, high slot now. Moving it, Sherbeck puts it right into the far corner as calling for it. There's a shot as Husek was calling for it. Pulled away, Kowalczyk had it. That in along the far boards. Russer had it. Now onto the far circle, trying to come over. Saved by Houston. Puck loose on the far side. Now comes onto the far circle. And a block. And comes right back in along the near boards. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Pioneer feeds it all the way down the ice as Benowitz has to stop it there. The Irish set up back behind their own goal. They fire it, a long pass down the ice, coming down the far boards with it. As Kosicki coming in with it, and poked away. Good poke check by Houston. That comes outside the far circle. Slips back into the neutral zone, moved over on the near boards, bringing it in is Husek. Husek outside the near circle, Rez watching him. And out in front, shot and a score as they swept it from the end boards right out in front. And that was just, unfortunately, really good puck movement. As we'll find out who put that in. I missed exactly who dumped that in. That makes it 9-0. Irish with the lead. Clock continues to tick down. So that was at the 3:30 mark. Pioneer down 9-0 as they would have to score 2 goals to get it under an 8-goal differential. Coming in along the far boards, here comes White. White gains his own, top of the far circle. White back behind. Oh, Kulik. Well, they say it's his 4th of the night, so one of the other ones must not have been to him. So Kulik with 4 goals, coming over onto the near side. The puck out in front. Houston makes an amazing save. That puck launched all the way down the ice as he ended up going down and having to flop on his belly and knock that away. 2:35 and counting here. Experienced laden, upperclassman laden team. Is this Irish squad and young Pioneer team just battling as best as they can here, trying to make some positive things happen. And puck, Naughton puts it over on the far side. Knocked away all the way back to the far point, bringing it in Palmer. Palmer with the shot. Again, a good save by Houston. Sutton chasing it in along the far side. Palmer manages to keep it in and put it right back behind the Pioneer goal. 1 minute, 55 seconds left to go here in the second. As that brought ahead, Commuting with it. Commuting coming down with it into the zone. Sweeps it onto the far circle. That pulled away. Coming the other direction. Coming in with it as here comes Husek. Husek with the shot. That one goes wide, knocked around. 1 minute, 35 seconds left. As Pioneer trying to get it right at center ice, that pulled away. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins on the far circle. Wilkins drops it past. Sutton trying to get it outside the far circle. Now Palmer bringing it ahead. 1 minute, 22 seconds left to go. Here comes Naughton. Naughton coming in the zone. That a good block by Friedman. Shot and a save by Houston. One minute, 4 seconds and counting. And again, if the score remains the same within the next minute, the game will be over due to the 8-goal differential. Face off in the near face off circle. That tip trying to pull it away. Here comes Pioneer over their own blue line, racing ahead with it. Trying to get it into the zone. Friedman trying to get it over to Armstrong. Armstrong loses an edge. That brought back the other direction. 37 seconds left to go. That brought in. Shot. Houston with the save. 30 seconds left to go and counting. 41 shots on goal by the Irish. 5 by Pioneer. 20 seconds left to go. As that puck in along the far board, swept back to the far point. And chipped ahead, grabbed Ward, feeds it all the way down the ice. That is going to be icing. That'll head right back into Pioneer zone. I don't think it's going to matter, as that will do it, and that is the game. As the Irish beat Pioneer by a score of 9-0. Pioneer's next game will be on Wednesday, the 7th of December. That will be versus Roosevelt High School at Yak Ice Arena. That will be a 6:50 game. We'll do our best to broadcast from there. I don't think we got very good bandwidth last time we were out there, but we'll see what we can do, and we'll do our best to broadcast that. We will have Pioneer women's hockey for you on Wednesday as well as Friday. Lots of University of Michigan women's hockey this weekend. Thank you very much for watching, for your support of this team. And for my camera person, James Wiseman, very happy to have him able to occasionally help us out again. And for myself, Mark Wiseman, thank you so much for your support of this team. And have a fantastic and wonderful evening. We'll be back Wednesday with Pioneer Women's Hockey on the air. Thank you and good night.